matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to pass, it's Applewhite. He's got him, turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Noles come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The Panthers offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen. And offense.
He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
This offense has it with really good field position. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Pitt now operating in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Grant. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To work up top. He'll take the deep shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Quickly complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Quick release by the QB. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just good.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have.
Touchdown, Knowles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On the run, it's Goff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Panthers are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Grant. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the... catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Lets it fly on the move. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else...
Makes the grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got him downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pitt.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Stanford. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They go to the ground. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Sproles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Applewhite. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got his man across the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're coming out to... And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the field and ready to roll. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He slings it deep to the left. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, running back gets to give. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. The Noles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Looking deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Across the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year, and that already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Bringing it out. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Scanning the field, it's Grant. Pressure coming. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Hit right back to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make it.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
A strike downfield. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
This was on the defense.
So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Frost. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Grab near the marker, it's Rousseau. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Catch in the middle, it's Cross. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Coffee. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Knowles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Knoll Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 5 over NC State. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the grab. It's Walters. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. Pitt pushing the pace. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Pitt will have to boot this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a dub.
Looking to pass, it's Applewhite. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Tight end now in motion. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Right back to the well. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Coffee. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They get to him as he throws. Touchdown Seminoles! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Dropping back, it's Grant. It's complete on the right side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. The short hands, it's Walters. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the 4th quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Looking to throw, it's Grant. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. First play of the drive comes from the 38. First play of the drive wants to throw. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for the big play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad.